Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. I recently did this painting of Tupac Shakur. He was obviously an amazing lyricist and rapper of our time. Yeah, it was an honor to paint him, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And once again, thank you to all the patrons for supporting this channel. You guys mean a lot. And also in the comments, leave down your favorite rapper. I think there's not as many great rappers these days that rap with like decent lyrics. Instead it's all bitches and hoes. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy, and over to Luke in 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video on this channel where Jay gets to display his talent, his God-given talent, his gift, his career, his passion, just this amazing artistic ability, and I talk shit for about 10 minutes. Let's just say I was blessed with other things in life that he wasn't. I'll leave it at that. So anyway guys, the title of the last 3 videos has been My Boyfriend is blah blah blah, my boyfriend blah blah blah. And every time Jay tweets it, it looks like he's talking about his boyfriend. So he was getting some DMs saying, oh my god, are you gay? Oh my god, have you got a boyfriend? There was even a celebrity in his DMs asking if he had a boyfriend. So yeah, I really fucked that one up for him. But today I'm going to get off the topic of relationship advice. I'm going to move away from that just for one day. And I'm going to go back to, you guessed it, am I the asshole? I was looking around at different subreddits, but I just couldn't find any interesting. Like I looked up confessions, ask Reddit, and all kinds of subreddits, but I just couldn't find any good topics to talk about or read that were interesting enough for you guys. Or interesting enough for me, first of all, because I have to be interested in it to talk about it. So it's not all about you guys. Sometimes it's about me. Just kidding. It's always about you guys, because I'm a pathetic piece of shit and I always put myself first. So the least I can do is put you guys first just for 10, 15 minutes. All right, snap out of it. Bang. Oh, all right, I'm back. Anyway, happy hump day, guys. Good news. Now, my whole state, which is Victoria in Australia, is under lockdown. So it's not just my suburb. So I feel a lot better that everyone gets punished now in my state, not just me. But it's not really good news, the fact that coronavirus numbers are spiking again in Victoria. But, you know, selfishly, I'm kind of glad the whole state's in lockdown. It's not just me. This is what I'm talking about. I always put myself first. I'm a disgusting person, guys. I'm an inconsiderate prick. But at least I have a bit of self-recognition, and, you know, other people wouldn't admit that. But, you know, I'm such a good person. And there we go again. All right, guys, let's get into the topic. Am I the asshole for throwing out my mum? Like, picking her up and throwing her after she threw out my weed. Actually, no, this guy's a stoner. He wouldn't have the energy to pick someone up and throw them out, like, physically. So this guy's mum threw out his weed. He got angry and kicked her out. Just off the title alone, no, you're not the asshole. Unless you're living in her house and she has a no weed policy, then yeah, you are the asshole. But you can't throw her out of her own house, so I'm assuming she's living in your house and she shouldn't touch your possessions, especially after you giving her the kind and pleasant opportunity to live with you. Now, having said all that, this mum is probably old school, doesn't know some of the benefits of marijuana. She probably grew up watching all those TV ads from like the 80s and 90s of people literally dying on the commercials just by smoking one puff of marijuana or injecting one weed. And yeah, those commercials are ridiculous. I've seen them on YouTube. They literally melt in the couch. This is what happens if you inject one marijuana in your ass. And the guy's like fucking melting into his couch and dying, and the family's like panicking. And yeah, she's probably grew up around that time. She's probably old fashioned. Having said that, do I think weed is good for you? Yeah, although there can be some benefits, everyday smoking is definitely not good for you. And there are people who are addicted to it and say, no, I'm not addicted. I can stop anytime I want, but they definitely can't. Like, they literally rely on weed. Like, if they don't smoke weed, they can't go to bed. Sorry, mate. If you smoke every day, you're addicted and it's not good for you. I'm going to leave it at that. I don't want any debates about weed in my comment section. Actually, yeah, I do. I want you guys to fight it out. Fight it out. So I am a 30-year-old man. I'm single and I live alone in a house that I own. A few months ago, you know what happened, and my mum lost her job. Coronavirus happened. So I decided to let her stay with me. Oh, that is so kind. I'll do the same thing for my mum. I have a medical marijuana card and smoke every day. Stoner. I knew my mum disliked weed. So I warned her before she moved in that I'll be smoking weed daily and would not stop for her. Well, that's fair enough. At least he was upfront about it. And you know what? She signed under his conditions. She shouldn't have thrown it out. She agreed and only asked that I smoke outside, which I thought was a relatively reasonable request. Weed has a strong smell and many people don't like it. Okay, good. They made a little compromisation here. They found common ground. It's all going good so far. Let's keep reading. At first, this worked out fine at first. Yeah, you didn't have to say it first twice, buddy. We got it the first time. But she started making remarks about how I should quit, etc. She's just being a worried mother, son, don't worry. She's just worried sick. I mostly just ignored them, brushed them off. Then it evolved to her demanding that I quit. As if I was still a child she could issue orders to. I refused and told her that she can move out if she doesn't like it. Bam! Bam! Like mums always used to say, well, my mum used to say, I brought you into this world, I can take you out. Haha. How the tables have turned. I brought you into this house and I can take you out. Bam! Anyway, it's never a competition with your mum when you're arguing like that. Sorry guys, I'm not encouraging it. The next day, I come home from work to find her waiting for me. She's sitting on one of those swirly chairs and she's just facing the wall. When he walks in, she turns around. I've been expecting you. So I'm just setting the scene here, guys. That's exactly what happened. She explained that she had flushed my weed. A little less than an ounce. Holy crap, that's a lot. Like that. Depending on how much this guy smoked, that could last him a month. I usually buy ounces for $125 and I can easily get more. It was about her total lack of respect for me. I'm an adult, own my own house, have a good job, and have approval from the state to legally purchase and possess marijuana. I'm assuming this guy's just getting furious as he's typing this. That's why I'm stepping up the aggression of the tone. So someone I'm doing a huge favor for, demanding that I stop and throwing out my stuff when I refused, extremely outrageous to me. No matter if she pushed me out of her vagina 30 years ago. Guys. I really hate when parents use the fact that they raised you and gave life to you and like did all these things for you growing up, so you owe them. No, love. You decided to fuck and have a child. You raped a child into this world. Why the fuck do they owe you? If anything, you owe them. See, this is why I'm on the fence about having kids, because I don't want to bring a kid into this knowing what I know now that I'm an adult. It's extremely inconsiderate. This world has so many fucked up problems, and you know there's so many fucked up problems. Why would you want to bring another kid into this world under those circumstances? Look, if it was a magical utopia and everyone was like dancing around with butterflies and riding unicorns, 100% I'd bring a kid. I'd be like, come the fuck in. It's fun in here, come in. In fact, I'll probably have 10, 20, why not? But hey, life is full of misery, pain and suffering with a small amount of happiness, you know, just to kind of give you a little bit of hope, just to fucking crush you down again. And that is a very depressing way of viewing the world. And well, maybe I think I might need therapy. Enough about that. I went on a little tangent and I lost my thoughts of the story. So where was I? Something about no matter if she pushed me out of a vagina 30 years ago. By the way, guys, my mum had a C-section. Thank God I never went through my mum's vagina, because that would mean like, you know, that would mean I touched her vagina. And yeah, thank you docs and mum for having a C-section. Thank you. Anyway, we argued about this for a while, and it became clear to me that she was not sorry at all, and that she would probably do it again. So I told her she can't live with me anymore. You can't live with me anymore! I was copying Mean Girls there. You can't stay with us! I gave her a month, but she had already packed all her shit and drove to my brother's house a couple of hours away. She obviously thinks I'm a huge asshole. So does my brother, but I think that's mostly because she is his problem now, and he left it at that. He didn't even ask at the bottom, so am I the asshole? Because this guy knows damn right he's not the asshole. What's with women and touching people's stuff? It's just not a women thing. Obviously men are very capable of touching women's stuff as well, but most of the stories I've read on here, like the time a girlfriend chucked out this guy's Lego set, like just fucking leave it. Okay, anyway, this guy had a medical marijuana card, which means a doctor diagnosed him with something. Normally it's bullshit. I'm gonna admit it, guys. When I was living in Los Angeles, I got a marijuana card, mostly just for the souvenir aspect of it. I walked into this room, had to sit down for about half an hour. Someone said, okay, go see the doc. I walk in, I kid you not, the doc was like half dead. He was like 85 years old. This guy was like half dead, sitting there with a stethoscope around his neck. He's like, no eye contact, just looking down. So what's wrong with you? I'm thinking in my head, oh fuck, this is going to be easier than I thought. In fact, there should be another doctor in here in case this cunt drops dead. Anyway, I'm like, I've been having like insomnia, headaches, body fatigue. He's like, say no more. Yep, good. Sign something, wait downstairs, make sure you withdraw cash. We can't pay card here. As if that wasn't sketchy enough. So I withdrew about $300 US and I got my card that day. So just because he has a medical marijuana card doesn't mean he has any medical issues. He could be bullshitting, but let's just give this guy the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it is for medical purposes. So that gives his mom no right to throw his marijuana away. And also, due to the fact they made an agreement, and since she's living in his house and they already came up with a compromise, She just threw that all out the window. Would she like it if he went to a room and threw all her bras or makeup away? I'm just thinking of stereotypical women objects right now. But you know, something of her property. No, she wouldn't. I get that she's trying to be a mother, and as I said before, maybe her morals or views on some stuff are a bit outdated. But come on, it's a plant from the ground. And I know a lot of people say, well, heroin is made from a plant, opiates. Well, what about the opium poppy plant? Like, isn't that what heroin's made from? Look, no one knows how to just make heroin. I mean, there's the people who like do make it, but the average person doesn't know how to make heroin. Marijuana is just a straight plant from the ground. It's basically like fucking parsley or something. I think no one has the right to say to someone that they can't smoke from that plant in the ground. That is a natural product of earth. And of course, as I said before, people do abuse the drug marijuana, and it does have long-term side effects and even short-term side effects. But if you don't abuse it, then it's fine. Who is anyone else to judge? It seems like you got your life together. You have a house, a good job, you're single, good choice. Seems like you're a smart guy. So I think she is better out of line telling you what you can and can't do. Even if she is your mother, she can give you advice, but stop there. And it's less harmful than smoking cigarettes, so like, come on. The only reason why it's illegal is because they can't tax it yet. Once they can tax it, once the government can tax it, it's going to be legalized. And it already is becoming legalized in many states. Like California, the amount of tax revenue that they get from marijuana is ridiculous. So it will be legalized soon worldwide, well in most countries, Western countries. So yeah, there's going to be some outdated people. So in conclusion, invite your mum over, offer her some weed, tell her to chill out. Maybe she'll love it. Maybe you can smoke a fat bong together. Alright guys, that's it. That's all I have to say. That is my shit advice. Anyway guys, make sure you leave a comment. As always, the top 5 comments regarding the topic of this video will be featured in the next video. So get commenting and you'll have a great chance that your name will be on the video. Yay! Adios. I'll see you pricks later. I'll see you guys later. Much love. Goodbye for now. Comments from last video brought to you by Luke fucking Brooks.